Hello everybody, I am the OG Gamer, and welcome back to the Haunted Mansion. In the last episode, we visited, I believe it was it was the kitchen, the maid's room, the dining room, and last but not least, the ballroom, in which we obtained yet another soul gem. The orange soul gem, which apparently does some kind of a grape shot of some sort? I don't know what you would call that, to be honest. But I believe our next stop is the garden. Let's go ahead and get rid of them spiders. You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. They seriously need to get an exterminator into this place. Like, that's ridiculous. Alright, so, winter garden. So this ought to be interesting. If I remember correctly, I believe this is the one where the floor falls. Yes. Okay, so. Alright, obviously I could just pull the light switch, but let me show you why you don't want to do that immediately. So you go over here and you can see the fountain is spraying water on where you're...
To turn any cranks we come across, you'll need to press and hold activate until they are turned as far as they will go.
Okay, not expecting her to start talking to me. Oh, for crying out loud. Greatly appreciated if the ghost would go away. But okay, so your goal is to take these fountains and get the water going into the drain as opposed to the... Oh! As opposed to the fiery flames of Mordor. Okay, I don't think it was Mordor. But anyways, all Lord of the Rings references aside. Yeah, that's the goal, is to try to get all of these fountains set up so that when you flip the light switch, rather than just immediately putting out the fire, it will light up the room. And it's actually quite creative, in my honest and humble opinion. Can I make it? Oh! No. No, I did not make it. Luckily, my progress is somewhat saved. Yeah, that spider met an untimely death. Alright. I think this is the last fountain. I'm not just 100% sure on that, though. I really could care less. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It reset some of the fountains, didn't it? Yes. So I guess you gotta do them all at once. Alright, so let's crank this one. Crank that soldier boy. Oh. Anyways. Superman jokes aside. And see what I did there? Anyways. Again, like I said, they need an exterminator. These spiders are just... crazy, man. I swear. Alright, let's hit that light switch before I just get completely annihilated here. I hope this works. Yes! Okay. So now all of those souls will shrivel. I can get my bravery tonic, which all know is secretly whiskey. You're not lying to us there, Disney. Okay. This which I think with this new soul gem added, yeah, like a good neighbor say over there, you are not welcome to come and touch me inappropriately. No, thank you. I'm good. I'd rather not be molested by spiders of any kind. I'm starting to think these are Australian spiders, you know, because you always hear about Australia having, like, you know, stupidly big spiders. Oh, I thought for a second there was only one soul in there. Oh, hi. Yeah, you can just go away, Mr. Australian Spider. There was a soul down this way, and now I can't figure out where he went. Did he go into this thing? No. Maybe this. No. Well, we couldn't have gotten too far, I would be willing to venture. Oh, let's grab those tarot cards down there. That's a whole pack, too. Even better. I think we're already at 5, so that's going to put us another life. Now we're up to 11 lives. You're probably sitting here thinking that, you know, well, I haven't died yet. Well, okay, that's actually wrong. I've died once. And that was to the floor falling. This is the only time I've died, so, you know, you're probably sitting there thinking, well, why do I need all the extra lives? Well, you will soon find out. Oh, another death certificate piece. Hi. I'm not buying any. Hey, that was the last triple soul. Nice. Okay. I forgot. See, I don't know how many there are per room, so I wouldn't be able to tell you without actually without having to play through the game and counting the souls, which would be a painstaking process, considering that the minute you touch a pulsing object, it just immediately disperses them everywhere. Hi, like you could never see over there. Like I said, I'm not buying any. What about you? What are you? Upstairs hallway. Yeah, we won't be able to access that for right now. What about down here? I think the graveyard. Yep. That's what I'm needing next. It's a nice little ship. Almost like a sinking. Not so nice. But yeah, so here we are at the graveyard. The ghosts are going to come out of that hole. I'm just going to sit here and spam this so they stop coming out, because I'm not about to go anywhere near that as long as there's ghosts coming out. Okay, I think it's good. Alright, so let's walk on through here. And,
Hey.
Oh.
Hey, I'm talking here.
I'm talking here.
Look, I need you to find the other 3 members of my quartet. When you find them, be sure and wake them up for me. And stay away from the wannabes. They'll just mess everything up.
Right, so, he's a singing bus. I'm sure y'all probably remember the movie where it was talking about the singing bus, or where it has the singing bus that they were singing about how he left his keys in the mausoleum. Yeah. And that's a new enemy. Skeletons. Never fun. So, what you want to do, you don't want to go for this one, you want to go for this guy. Alright. Now, you do want to go for the bad ones later, but not right now. I think it's this one?
Don't bother me, Zeke.
Nope.
No, that's the wrong guy. You'll have to start over.
Okay. Okay, so we go back over here, we select this guy. Okay, so that was kind of my bad. And this guy. And is there a way? Now go ahead and take him out. Grab these cards. I think it's this guy.
Don't bother me, Zeke.
Nope. Nope, it is certainly not that guy. Okay. So you'll know when you get them all, and you'll see what I mean in a second. Okay, Zeke's just gonna glitch out on us. I think... Let's try this guy. Yes. Okay. And now we've brought the mausoleum up. Okay. Bravo. Now, I'm going to show you a little secret. Something a lot of people actually don't know. If you actually go and select... If you select all of the bad ones, there's actually a little secret.
Don't bother me, Zeke.
Now, it's also kind of a pain because it spawns a lot of enemies, but it can be rewarding.
Sing?
So, yeah, more enemies have spawned. Hey! Yeah, now this is where the explosive shot comes in handy. Because those guys all have shield. Oh, that guy's still alive. Okay. Well, technically undead. But this is useful because you can get a whole bunch of tarot cards. Or, I guess they're not actually tarot cards. I don't remember what they call them on here now. I've been calling them tarot cards for so long, I don't know what else to call them. There we go. And again, more tarot cards. That gets me all the way up to 15 lives. And again, I know what you're thinking. How is this useful? Well, it will be when we get into the Mausoleum. You'll understand why. But for now, we need to look for pulsing headstones because that's where we're going to find... Yep. That's where we're going to find those, some of those shriveled souls that have been trapped. Hi. 1, I see a pulsing headstone, and 2, that's a skeleton. Luckily, I figured out the straightening mechanism on here really well. Oh, another piece of... I think that's the knight. Pretty sure that's the knight's, the headless knight. We saw him earlier in the game, literally holding his own head. That's gotta be a way to go, you know, holding your own head in your hands. But I mean, I'm sure there's probably been someone that's went out like that. And, oh God, Zeke, stop stroking out on me now. You're not any good to me if you die too. Haha. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's almost all of them, I think. No more pulsating headstones. Pulsating, that really isn't a good word for the system. Really? I know there's got to be more than that. And this is the Mausoleum, which we're going to need 365 spirits to get in there, which I have the spirits necessary to do so, but I want to clear this area before we move on, you know. Go ahead and get it clear. Well... Not in that headstone. Not in that one. I think we already checked that one. Is there more up here that... Aha! Done. There we go. All the souls from the graveyard. Alrighty. Now we move on to the Mausoleum. Sorry, I left my keys. That's a joke, by the way. I'm sure y'all know that. Anyways, moving on. Like I said, back to the... we gotta go to the Mausoleum. Because I left my keys in the Mausoleum. Yeah, I'm probably going to be making a lot of Haunted Mansion movie references. Anyways, onward. I think this was honestly, when I was a kid, probably the scariest part of the Haunted Mansion for me, at least in the game, in this game, because I honestly thought, so what you gotta do, you see how this wall is kind of pulsing? Like I said, anything pulsing is of importance. Now, if you hit the wall...
Only if you can survive until the bell tolls shall you be deemed worthy.
Yeah, now we gotta fight that thing. That is a gargoyle. They are very annoying to try and kill. They have little minions that come after you. Okay, so that's the gargoyle down. No thank you. No thank you, I'm not buying any. Yeah, I gotta survive for 2 minutes and counting down. Oh no. Not buying any, no thank you. The pest problem apparently persists down here too. Oh, I need some bravery tonic and I need it bad. This dude is gonna be blackout drunk by the time we get done with this fight. Especially with how skinny he is. Poor guy, I bet he probably can't hold liquor very well. Oh, and that's not fun. Okay, more bravery tonic. Because, you know, what problem can't be solved by a little bit of liquor, right? That's a joke, by the way. I'm not actually saying that. Like, I'm not actually alcoholic. For what it's for. Did I turn this thing off? No. Okay. Well, I really don't like this. But this was, like, when I was a kid, I thought this was, like, the closest to a gate of hell that they could get to in the game. Like, I thought this was, like, the source of all of the bad things in the mansion. Which, of course, I realize now was not the case, but it's very, you know, all the dancing lights and all the enemies and everything. Yeah, that was very very terrifying as a child. Okay, take you out. No, thank you. Ooh. Dodge. Go ahead, take out the skeleton, take you out. I wish I could focus on the thing that's... Wow. Okay, there we go. We survived for the time. I think I still need to kill all the enemies, though. I'm not for sure if they die off immediately or not. I know this counts as the light switch being turned on, so I can actually go looking for shriveled souls now. Oh, okay, it did despawn all of the enemies. Good, because... Dear God, this poor Zeke looks like he's nearly a ghost himself in that picture. My word, look. I don't... Well, hopefully we find some bravery tonic somewhere. We can heal up. Okay. Hey, that's the final piece of the Headless Knight's death certificate.
Spectacular! With that piece, the beheaded knight's death certificate is now complete.
I'm sorry, beheaded knight. I guess I should have got it right. That was my bad. I really hate that the shriveled souls spread out so much, because now I have to backtrack if I want to because I got to systematically go through each one of these. I want to call it a casket, but it's not actually really. I mean, it is a casket, yes, but well, for the life of me, I can't figure out what else it's called. But see, Jason Butch. I'm gonna take a guess and say these were like the developers of the game, and they put their names in. Sir Ray Bailey, nice. Oh, there's something. Whoop. Really? I know you're probably waiting for me up there. I'm sure. telling you, they seriously need to get this pest control problem. They just need to get the pests under control here, man. Like, this is ridiculous. Anyways, onward with the show. Or, well, I guess it really ain't a show, is it? More of a game, more, you know, it's a game, but still. Let's see. That one's not pulsing. You're not pulsing. Okay, so that's the end of that row. So now we need to go around the top row. Now, I think the next one, I think the next room I go to after this will be the pantry. Which makes sense, because I think that's where we find the beheaded knight. And he will give us a new soul gem as well. Oh. Oh, well that was... Okay, well you're certainly not pleasant. I don't know how it is I haven't lost a life yet. Hey, bravery tonic! Just looking for some of you. That's a little bit better. I mean, he's still a little bit terrified, but that's okay. I have no idea where I stopped at. I think I stopped here. Let's keep moving. Nothing in the coffins! That's what they are, they're coffins. There we go. I was trying to remember the alternate name for a casket. Yeah, coffin. Okay, so that's... Am I missing one single shriveled soul? Are you serious? Well, I feel like he's probably like floating around down there somewhere. I probably missed him. Wouldn't surprise me none. Of course, I think eventually, after so long, they actually will, yeah. Yep, that's what I thought. After so long, they will eventually go back into, like, a object, so. Alright, and we jump, and we can go right back out the way we came. Alright, so, back out the doors of the mausoleum. There's only 25 spirits in this place? Wow. Maybe there's only 25 per level. I'm not really sure. I'd have to take a look. Okay, so now what direction do we need to go to get back? That way. Okay, there we go. Never mind the fact that I probably just broke Zeke's kneecaps there. Oh no, it's the wrong direction. Wrong direction, my bad. Yeah, here we are. So this takes me back into the actual mansion itself. And like I said, I'm pretty sure the next part is the pantry. I'm honestly not sure how long I've been recording, so I think what I'm going to do is we're going to hit the pantry. I think we'll do one more room after that, because these... Oh, no. I don't want to go back out into the graveyard. My bad. It had me turned around. No, thank you. I'm good. I'd rather not buy any. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I should actually, I just realized I might want to go by the grandfather clock and save before I do anything else. Just in case I die. Ow. And yet again, Zeke up there is looking terrified as ever. Okay, progress saved. Good. Now I think, like I said, the next spot would be the pantry. Let's see, that was the maid's room. That was the kitchen. Here we are. The pantry. Okay, now this one's actually kind of an interesting room and kind of clever too. Now that now I think about it after the fact. Okay, I'm good. Yeah. I don't want to buy any. No, thank you. Oh god. No, 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 no. I think not. Hi? Okay. I forgot about you spawning in here. I'm probably about to die. Okay, I'm not sure how I didn't just die there. I'm truly not sure how I survived any of that. Let's come up here and get this tonic, because we are definitely going to need it. Okay, he's starting to calm down a bit. Not as likely to pass out on us. That's good, Zeke. Real good. Hi. Yeah, no thank you. Apparently, if I straighten that up, something happens. Oh, that opens up. Lovely. And what? Oh, that's a Mumbo doll. Oh, that was probably just a secret then. What about up here? Is there a... No, there's not a picture up there for me to... Oh, but there's one there. I can't get to it, but I can get to that one, I think. No? So maybe I have to get to that one first, but how? I can't... I don't think I can reach that. No. Troubling problem indeed. This does create a bit of a problem, doesn't it? 'Cause I think I'm supposed to somehow get up there, but... Oh, okay, right. I remember now. Boom. And then we straighten this up, and that opens up that portal. Which, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm pretty sure that's some kind of portal to like some kind of hellish dimension. Maybe and for all I know, this could be the upside down. I mean, you know, you never know. But this coffin being here makes it possible for me to be able to do this. Which will then release a crank, which will go around over here to this door. I will need said crank. Oh, slugs. Yeah, not fun. See if I can't get this door open before the slugs get to me. Okay, you want to get it open as wide as you possibly can, and the reason being is because we're going to go back to the portal and rush that door. See, the teeth in that door actually block it in this version of the room. So now we head back over here and turn on the lights. The light switch is in that room. And boosh. Let's straighten this up. Give me a card. And now we can turn on the lights. Boosh. And who else but Atticus Thorn will show up?
So you want to destroy me.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm good, no thank you. Ow. Did I die at some point, or did my health bar just get... Oh, wait.
Time we meet.
I think it's because I have the
Be so
lights on. Somehow that works. Not right sure how, don't ask, but... So I do wonder, is that portal now off? It is. It's now just a regular vent. Okay. Now we can't go back to the scary version of the room, I suppose. Here we go. Yep, I can get up to 4 souls now. Unfortunately, I can't go over 4, it seems like. That's okay. We're going to dance around them bones. Dim bones. That's a good name for these skeletons, isn't it? Grab me some bravery tonic. And now we need to figure out where the next, oh! Oh, I do not like these guys. They take so much health. It takes so many shots to actually get them off of me. I can't get up there. There we go, that was the last 3. Took me a second to find them.
We meet again, young Holloway. But where have you been? Is this some kind of a ride to you?
Ha!
What's this? I see. Right. Did you think that I needed a reminder or something? I may have lost my head, lad, but I have not lost my mind. However, any warrior who goes beyond the call of duty on the field of battle deserves to be recognized for his efforts. Therefore, Ezekiel Holloway, for showing great bravery in bringing me this death certificate, I hereby declare you a, Squire! Yes, Squire! Speaking of battle, I have something for your arsenal. Madame Leoda had me hide one of the, oh no, where did I put it? Ah, here it is. Amazing it is, the power contained in these little soul gems. Well, carry on now. You may have won a few battles, lad, but in case you hadn't noticed, we are still at war. Ha ha ha.
Ah, yes. And now that should give us enough.
This new soul gem will increase the power of your rapid shots and let you do a better job blasting those enemies. This will come in handy as we continue on.
Right, so now my regular shot is triple shot, which I think is really handy, for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop on out of this room. We'll go save at the grandfather clock. And I believe we should have enough souls. Yes, we have 525. That should be enough to get us to the upstairs hallway. Which is... oh, you gotta be kidding me. Now the skeletons are spawning in the hallway now, huh? Ow. Yeah, so now I can basically die in the hallway before I can ever make it to the save point. Luckily, I have like almost 20 lives, so I'm not overly concerned about it. Anyways. Nope. Not buying any. No thank you. Alright, I think we should be able to get one more room done for this episode. And, then we'll call it. I don't normally I call it whenever I get a, normally I call it with each soul gem. But I want to try to do an extra room on this one, because I know with each one, I think it's going to be like more and more room.
I think it's time to let you know what we're up against, Zeke. Our enemy is none other than the Grand Master of the Order of Shadows, Atticus Thorn. He has survived for centuries beyond his natural life by devouring the very souls he bends to his will. Though not as powerful as he was in life, he is growing stronger and has amassed a legion of evil spirits and followers to help him achieve his ultimate goal, the utter annihilation of the afterlife. Unfortunately, the hopes of the Brotherhood have all but died with the owners of the mansion and my own imprisonment. This is why we need your help, Zeke. We cannot let Thorn succeed.
Right. Anyways, onward. Now, if I go further up, I think this is where the Hi, I don't like you. You can go away. Ow. My poor eardrums. Yeah, so up here is the last two places. Observatory and the attic. Which we do not have nearly enough souls to access yet. But this is the upstairs hallway. Now this isn't too treacherous. I mean, no more than usual. Now how much is this one? That's the museum at 700. I don't know if I have any of them that are actually... Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and save here. I know I saved before, but I like saving a lot. The trophy room. Right. I can't remember. Yeah, I think I remember which room this is now. Okay, it took me a second. But now I remember which room it is. This room was actually one that I always had trouble with as a kid. A lot of times I had to have my brother do it. So, being able to do it myself was actually very satisfying now, you know? Oh. Oh, the shield. Right, the shields protect me. Ow. Yeah, those fireballs actually will follow you. So, even if you think you're safe, you're not. Ow. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die a lot. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die at least once in this room because, yeah, now we got. Ow. Yeah, I'm still not quite sure how these shields work, so I'm just getting pegged. That was incredibly convenient. Ow. Well, I got the candles lit, but at what cost? I'm nearly dead. Never mind the fact that he probably looks like Anakin Skywalker. But, you know, anyways, carrying on. Hey, look, tonic. Because, you know, like I said, liquor makes everything better, right? Okay, so... Huh? Oh, yeah, right. Introducing yet another new enemy. The Knight. Now, luckily, these power shots will actually dispatch them rather well. Thankfully. What I don't understand is this: with each room, we gotta get all the souls, right? But yet Zeke was sitting here prepared to leave this room without even getting any of the souls. Like, how creepy does the room have to be? You'd be like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do the job that I was told to do. Yeah, no, you don't. You're not escaping me. Nice try. Okay, so... Oh, hey, that's pulsating. Any of the mounted heads here? Yeah, I know there was... I think one of the mounted heads usually has souls in it. Yep. Ow. Well, this was quite the ambush. Okay. Well, again, almost dead. But that's alright. Got another piece of a death certificate. Yeah, I wouldn't breathe a sigh of relief just yet, Zeke. You're still under fire. Go ahead and get rid of that spider. Alright. Now we can leave here. That was a little intense right there at the end, and still a little intense. Very low on health. Hopefully I can find some bravery tonic or something. Wrong button. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna shoot the door because apparently that's gonna do some good. Alright. Oh no. Why are ghosts in coffins? Shouldn't they be out of the coffin? I would think. I don't know. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Also, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. Also, if you hit that bell icon, it'll notify you the next time I upload content. And I'll be leaving my social media links and links to the previous episodes down in the description below. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!